CSSPI scheduler, and we want to use the Amazon AWS ecosystem to do it. Okay, so these are our team members. We have like 10 or 11 people working on it. Some of them are freshmen, so they're learning how to use like tools for using basic Node.js, learning how to work with the React framework, trying to figure out how AWS works, stuff like that. We have about 5 freshmen, including me, and then we have a few upperclassmen. I think they're both upperclassmen. Yeah. So some of the problems we want to solve is we want to make sure that publicly accessible data could be like easily accessible, because the way that our school does it is you either have to file a data request form, which takes like 3 days for them to respond, or you have to use the really janky search option thing. So the school planner is really crap, as all of you guys know. So we want to make a different one that like tracks your credits and stuff like that. Messaging system. We want to make it so people can talk to each other from the same classes. So making like a Discord server, like an official Discord server for each class. Okay, so one of the main ideas that we want to go towards for this project is, once we have enough users, we want to make predictive models for each class. So, for example, say you go like A in math, or top 1 B in top 2, then you go to C in English. We want to try and see if we can predict what you grade would be in X class or with X professor. Then the other thing is we want to make it so it's easier for other schools to implement it. So we're trying to standardize all the data so that like the school can like basically put it through a filter with their course data, put it filter and then upload it to the website, and they could clone our website. Effort. Some of the inspirations is written professors, scheduler, and then our school planner. Okay, so we wanted to have 5 like main functions. We're pretty down with 3 of them currently. We are still working on the other parts just because we had some delay with getting access to and access to AWS, and then some of our members are still learning how to code, like database coding. So our GitHub repo has been a bit of a mess. So yeah. We have a scheduler, so it builds a schedule for you, just like the scheduler does. We have professor profiles, which are a little bit different from how most of the other websites implement it. We have basically a rate my professor, but on the side view, it also has what you would normally see, such as like average GPA of the class, etc. Then we wanted to make a course repository where people can just upload all the crap, like homework assignments they haven't done yet or stuff like that. So there'd be like Course Hero added on. And then we wanted to make like a class tree, so a visual class tree that is used. Just show you like a progression tree for the class you want to take. Yeah. This is what we started with. Looks really scuffed. Yeah, this is like our original mock-up of what we wanted for the website. But then, yeah, and then we made the website we have currently right now. Is cpp4.com. It was like full part for the Google domain, so that's nice. Apparently AWS is not over here outside there. You guys will put it on the using DNS it looks like this. If you guys can see what big it is. And just search up whatever professor. It's a tiny button, it uses, a lot, so you'll get your own little key. Yeah, you can identify with, and then it will find you to make an account specifically for professors. So they can either like take down, don't want, or if you, if you say, don't want to, if you is up there, or, also like spam, site with ad reviews. This is our calendar, it's still pretty scuffed. Our ad platform still works, but we're still having trouble with getting using the database we made, our course would not exactly match up with the course number because it changes every semester. So we're trying to figure out how we can handle that without really uploading like the 9,000 classes every time on I don't know. So long-term goals that we have for the project, like that we wanted to do some predictive analysis on like the success rate of like the prediction of what the success rate would be. We wanted to make official forms, so we wanted to like have a place where you could like share this for professors that don't have Canvas. See, those are all. And then integration with school. The school offered to use their login system, but that was a pain because the school uses their own proprietary OAuth system, so we have to combine it with our OAuth system. That is a little bit nice because AWS doesn't like outside integration. Okay. So right now we're using a few AWS services. We're using actually we're not using Amplify, we're using S3, Cognito, their API gateway, their Route 54 for DNS routing, and then we're using DynamoDB for our database. And we're using public data. So this is just like a like condensed map of how our backend is working right now. Rather than coding everything in like Django or Flask, we just decided that we just let AWS handle all the backend. Sometimes because AWS sometimes has very specific like requirements for how you upload data. So for example, like if you want like a list of items, you have to specify whether it's like a number or a string or a list or character inside the actual JSON file, which is super annoying because no one wants to do that. Why to do that? Yeah, we do our DNS routing through Google domains through 54. We do our OAuth through Cognito, and then we host it on S3 instead of Amplify because S3 is cheaper and it's better for a large amount of users to use if they're not uploading like large amounts of data. So we would usually use like Amplify if you're running like a social media site where they have to upload data really fast. So like Instagram might use Amplify, but good, I guess they have their own weird backend stuff. We buffered our access to our DynamoDB with AWS API gateway, just so that we have control over what tables or what databases they have access to, because sometimes you don't, and then you leave your API open, and you leave all this fun information that, like for example, on GitHub, I have a program specifically, it searches through API, searches for API keys, and then it lists them out, and then I see if I can access random API endpoints. Really fun. Let's try it. you get like social security numbers, numbers. This is our, oh god, that's very low resolution, but this is our mapping for how we're making the website. This is some of the logic that we're using. A lot of this is just trying to figure out how to assign roles to each person. So originally at the start, we were trying to have each person do their own thing and like pick their own like assignment and kind of freeform it, but that didn't really work out because we have like 5 questions. Trying to get them to learn it's not fun because they will get at all and then get pushed to masters. Trying to figure out it's okay. I think this is a review. Okay, we want to make a website. I already talked about this. We wanted to promote this through campus advertising, so we're working with Professor Chang to help us with integrating with the school system and our system. So eventually, maybe as other students can take on that project. So yeah, that's all. Future times. I think we will help with this one. Okay, cool.
Your predictive analysis, what are you guys using? Are you guys using, since you guys are using Amazon Web Services, are you guys using SageMaker?
So we're doing like the plan is we're gonna do like manual
linear regression.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys, what libraries are you guys going to be using? Maybe like sklearn or okay, for sure. But why did you guys decide to have like a predictive analysis on the grades and such?
It just looks like a fun project, honestly. It's so the front end, the back end stuff is mostly just like for if you want the much fill on learn how to do website coding, and the predictive analysis is more for like this full project that want to do.
Okay, more like on the ML side of things. So I notice you have like 10 people, right? How many people is kind of like working on front end stuff, like the shown on the website that who's going to be working on the back end? How many people do you have on?
So our back end team is me, and then Matthew does all the web scraping, so we get all the data from them. Just upload all our data.
How do you use what scraping do you use? Soup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And we also do like we also go to the scheduler and then do analysis. We got with their
okay. I also another question about like I guess the privacy issue, because they're going to be able to access their grades eventually, their GPA. You said, right? I think in one of the slides said they can access like their GPA, like single point area where they can just sign in and see all these things. Yeah. That's going to require them to like input password. What is the password stored? You guys have like database stuff.
we think so
Okay.
Magneto is relatively safe just because it's like in its own environment, so you can't really call on like at like a database.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I think Kate had a question as well.
No.
Hey, y'all can hear me, right?
Oh, I did. Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. First thing, I want to commend you on the presentation and the project. I think it's coming along very well, and you explained pretty much everything about your project very well. You know, from the architecture and whatnot. So I definitely want to commend you on that, and then also, you know, how you went about, you know, planning out, you know, what tasks and what features needed to be implemented. I think, you know, like organization is like key when, you know, making some sort of like web service, right? So awesome job on that. I did have a question on pretty much the web services backend functionality, right? Yeah, as you mentioned that, y'all have a backend team, and you were able to break down some of the services you use, from like AWS. But I wanted to know what was used to create the backend functionalities that, y'all had to implement or code per se. Yeah, like I guess like what was used in that aspect.
Like, can you like verify, like, are you talking about like whether we use like an actual like backend code or
Yeah, exactly.
we didn't use any like actual backend code, so some projects are complicated enough where we would have to use like the Django or Flask. But instead we just made it all run on the front end. And then there's like zero computations involved with our entire website. So everything's just running off of S3. And it's just
Oh, okay.
uh,
That's awesome. That's actually interesting to hear. And the front end that was used, I think I saw it was React.
yeah, it's just React. We originally
It's awesome.
the next for just for kind of SEO optimization.
Mhm.
Trying to do that with like a lot of people is just not very viable because we had problems at the start with figuring out which package manager we were going to use. So we had npm and yarn. We kept mixing them both in our GitHub repo. So I was like, we're just going to use React and stay on React.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's actually interesting system design that y'all had. But I think it, clearly it came together well. So yeah, great job once again.
We have another question from Shirley. So I can go ahead and read it. Shirley, can you hear us? Okay. Anyway, so what was hard about this project that you didn't expect to be hard? And what was easier than what you expected?
Yes. So what was hard was everyone has their own schedule. So working with 10 people trying to get everyone in like the same room at the same time. It's
So
really
you guys
hard.
met in person?
Yeah,
or for the
so
most
we had like 3 meetings,
Okay.
but we had 3, but it was really like 6 or 7 because everyone has their own like student schedule. And some people live on campus and some people off campus. So it's like trying to get everyone on the same page at the same time. Kind of hard.
Was it really difficult to schedule everybody in this one singular place while also trying to finish off your class projects respectively, as well as like homeworks and everything, and then you have this in the background as well? Was it really difficult for everyone to get on the same page in terms of priorities for school as well as? Yeah.
So like priorities, some people have their own priorities. So a lot of the people on the project are freshmen.
Yeah.
So they're going to college for the first time. So they're doing their own.
Yeah, because that's actually kind of interesting that you guys have a lot of how many freshmen you guys have?
5 and 3.
Five, including yourself, yeah, because you guys know a good amount of stuff in terms of like tech stack, in terms of like, where did you start learning like coding as well as all these different types of resources to get yourself up to speed to do a project such as like this?
So at least for me, I was working in high school. So I was working in relation to startup, then I did the consulting one. I would go there.
Okay, and you're more focused on the back end.
Yeah.
Of this. Okay. Who's working on your front end this month right now?
Front end is all freshmen.
All the freshmen. Okay. No, so none of them are here.
Yeah, none of that.
Okay. I have a few questions about that stuff as well, yeah.
But I could also answer questions because I feel like
Sure. Can we go back to that? It was like a demo you guys had, right? Yeah. So let's say that I'm a freshman coming in, and what would be an expected use case for a freshman to use your website above like another website?
Okay, so like say like for courses, can you text like 1400 or 1300 for CS4 here?
It's both.
do you have to put in CS 1300 or you just put 1300 and to expect it as a default CS?
It kind of auto fills it for you. So like you'll see it has.
Okay, so there's a CS 1300 and there's also a MAT 1300 as well.
Yeah.
And there's no 1300 in other places, I'm assuming. In other like departments.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
So right now our data, like how we're displaying our data is really scuffed because
No, no,
last night.
right,
But so how you would use this is the average GPA for each of the teachers for each of the classes,
okay.
right? So you would look at it and go, okay, I'll look
Where do you get the GPAs?
it's from the public. It's public records, yeah, public record taxes, or was it from schedule.cpp?
Oh, this one was from schedule.cpp.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they got it from public. Record.
yeah, so this one's from schedule.cpp, which is it's like California requires all state schools to disclose. I think the first thing is whether you have to pay for materials for that class or not, and their average GPA, the teacher that teaches it, and then I think their pass rate is how they calculate it.
And then you had to connect it with the APIs.
Yes, well, we have all this data stored in Dynamo. And then I'll use AWS API gateway to access it.
Dynamo is a relational database.
Yeah,
It's a relational database. Okay. Yeah. And you have like the GPA right there. So right there, Tony Diaz at 2.28.
Yeah.
That's the GPA, right? That's the average GPA of their students. That's terrible.
yeah.
A lot.
Tony's not very well liked with the CS department.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think,
Yeah, it's terrible. But Tony is right there, 1.38 as well.
I think his average GPA for his title possibly.
Yeah, yeah. And then what's that on the left side? It's kind of like,
These are the course numbers.
it's the course number?
Yeah,
Okay,
so those are the specific course numbers and then that is.
okay, and so like I'm looking at the API, each URLs is 1300.
So the interesting way we made our website is we have actually, the way we're searching it is we have our variable inside the.
Okay,
So the variable inside the link is on the website, it's just getting rid of the spaces. So the underscore or it'll get rid of it and then it'll make that.
and on the right side was the times, well, you have the days.
Yeah.
So the I know that pick up the algae, Tony Diaz on that section.
Yeah, so those pictures,
Some teachers are fairly new, so they don't have it ready yet.
because I think our school has one of the highest turnover rates just for the professors in general.
Well,
Well,
this is, I don't know that.
our annual program is apparently horrible. Yeah,
Interesting. Can we see another, let's say theater 3010? PH, yeah. Oh, it's search by professor, oh, wait, no.
Oh, my bad.
so, I have fancy files.
Have you had her,
I have it right now, for.
actually, yeah,
Classes.
I would be taking your next semester or level.
We have a class that I get to jumping for an hour and a half, so. With I want to be close and then go over the plans.
Theater's about breaking down rhythm and emotion.
I feel my emotions during the way of telling.
That's the purpose of the jumping over the hands.
Okay, yeah.
So, does anybody have any other questions?
I have one about the front end.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, what kind of frameworks are you guys using? Yeah.
No, it's just like pure React.
Okay.
There's nothing else on it.
Is your build system like straight React app or is something?
Pure React, that's it. Just big things.
Wait, really, can you guys introduce yourself really quick? This, I don't think that you guys introduced at the beginning, right?
It's the first time here, so.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, just really quick, like, you know, like your name, maybe like your, if you're a freshman, classman or so, major or whatever, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm Stephen, I'm a freshman, CS major.
Alice, I'm sophomore.
I'm Matthew, and I'm a computer engineer right now. I'm switching to this.
Okay, cool. Now, what did you guys do on the project specifically? Start with Alice.
For me, I helped Stephen just a little bit with the API because I'm still figuring out. I'm freshly new to coding, so I'm still a little bit.
Was it intimidating for you when you were first getting into it? Yeah.
He's a freshman and I was sophomore already, so seeing him have a lot of experience, kind of making me looking forward to project.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And then I worked on like scraping all the data from the websites, and then I also uploaded all the data into AWS, which is kind of hard since we didn't have access to like anything. I can use a Lambda function to like import all of the JSON file into it.
Right.
So we had to get like access keys and write our own.
You guys are paying for it, right?
Yeah, because we're using, James, AWS account,
Okay.
but that's also, shared
Was
with,
he paying for it?
yeah. It's shared with like a different projects, and that's funded by someone. I don't know who it's funded by, but we have access to that account, but I'm the only one with the admin access, and they have like the full access.
Yeah.
So they can't do anything, so every time like he wants to change something, we go into my account. Change it.
And just don't forget to like shut down a few things that you're not going to be using anymore, because I forgot to, when I was working on AWS last semester, and when like we forgot to shut down something, we had to pay like $70 something bucks. It's not a good time, but you guys want to.
It's better than what I was. We had the company I used to work for, we had a API point for social security number, credit card information, personal details, I think contact information. And that one was on a open API point endpoint, so anyone with access to it, so that was a fun one.
You guys are planning to work on the project some more next semester, or you guys are?
I think it depends on how much the freshmen want to keep going on it, because I mean, the project's fun, but I'm trying to work on like farm and all that and stuff. So the website's just like a fun project, like side project.
Right. Okay, awesome. Anything else? No? Okay, awesome, great. We really do appreciate it. And how
Yeah,
about,
good job once again.
Can we get on this on my computer? No, right?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, you can.
Just do securityforyou.com.
Okay.
It's really stuff. Like the nice thing about this is since it's so like basic, it's not like CPP scheduler, because some parts of CPP scheduler takes like 5 seconds to load.
Yeah.
This one it loads instantly because we're using SPH. We don't have any like following on it. So yeah.
Cool, yeah. That's awesome, yes. Yeah, we really do appreciate it. It was great so far. And if you guys do plan on continuing this project next semester, I think that would be, this really cool that you can build upon, getting the ML side and the year graduate. You can make some predictive analysis on just based on the grades and such. But yeah, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the meeting. Also, just a quick announcement, if anyone's interested in joining the CSSPI board, applications open. Check our Discord announcement or email. Great rest of your day, guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Woo.
Thank y'all as well. Y'all have a great rest of your day, all right?
Wait.
What's up?
Where's the sign-in form? Where's the sign-in form?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to post it.
Where is it? Where is it?
Hold on.
I don't see no sign-in form.
Oops, I'm in the wrong Discord.
There it is. There it
And then
is.
I'm gonna be pretty much. Making sure.
I'm gonna end the meeting. Who posting
Sign-in
the
form?
sign form for?
This is for the people on the e-board who are in here, for the 4 members of e-board.
I signed in as well. So we coolin'.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll 10x your club points, Keenan.
okay.
He gets a free
Man.
RT.
Appreciate it.
Thank you everybody for coming. I will be
Yeah,
ending the meeting here.
sounds good. Y'all have a great rest of your day, all right?
Have a great
I'll
rest
catch
of your
y'all.
day, everybody.
That's just.
All right,